I think I accidentally became the main topic at my new school. Okay, so I need someone to tell me if I'm losing my mind, because I genuinely cannot tell anymore if the people at this school are normal or if rich teenagers are just psychologically terrifying. And before anyone says I'm overthinking things, I know I probably sound paranoid already. Trust me, I'm aware. But something feels off at this school, like deeply off. And every single day I'm there, it gets harder to ignore. So this happened today, my third day at Westbridge, and I swear somehow this school already feels like it's been slowly swallowing me alive for weeks. I woke up this morning with actual anxiety. Not normal first week nervousness either, like genuine dread. The kind where your stomach already hurts before your feet even hit the floor. Because ever since Madison followed me on Instagram 2 nights ago, something about everything has felt different. Not openly hostile. That would honestly be easier. It's more like everybody suddenly became aware of me. Like I crossed some invisible line without realizing it. And now people are watching to see what happens next. I got to school early again because my dad leaves for work ridiculously early and refuses to let me get there late enough to rush. Which means I had 20 minutes to awkwardly stand around pretending I wasn't alone. Again. And immediately I noticed something weird. People knew my name now. Not everybody, but enough people that it freaked me out. Like this girl walked past me near the entrance and smiled before saying, "Hey, Amara." Amara, I have literally never spoken to this girl in my life. And it wasn't rude or creepy exactly. That's what keeps throwing me off. Everything there feels socially polished, like everybody got media trained at birth. So even the uncomfortable moments come wrapped in perfect manners. I was standing near the lockers pretending to text people when two girls walked by behind me. One of them whispered something quietly. The other one glanced at me. Then they both laughed. Not loudly, not in a bullying way, just enough for me to notice. And immediately my brain started spiraling again, because now every tiny interaction feels loaded. Every laugh feels like it might be about me. Every glance feels intentional. I hate this school for making me think like this already. First period was mostly normal. Well, Westbridge normal. Which basically means everybody looked aggressively expensive while pretending not to care. I still cannot get over how polished people there are. The girls somehow look effortlessly perfect at 8 in the morning. The guys all have that future finance major look already. Even the teachers seem rich. At my old school, teachers looked exhausted. Westbridge teachers look like they own vacation homes. Anyway, things got weird during second period. I was sitting in chemistry waiting for class to start when this guy behind me randomly goes, "So are you and Ethan a thing?" What? I literally turned around so fast I almost dropped my pencil. And the worst part? He asked it so casually, like he was asking about the weather. I just stared at him and said, "I've known him for like 2 days." Then he shrugged and goes, "I'm just saying. People noticed." People noticed what? We've had maybe 4 conversations total. 4, but apparently in this school making eye contact with someone twice is enough to create an entire rumor ecosystem. And before I could even respond, Kayla leaned over and quietly said, "Yeah, people here get obsessed with stuff fast." Again, another weird warning. Why does everybody keep talking like Westbridge is some kind of supernatural phenomenon? Then she looked around for a second before lowering her voice even more. And she goes, "You should probably be careful." I asked her careful about what, exactly? And this girl literally just sat there for a second before saying, "Madison." Just Madison. Nothing else. Like I was supposed to understand automatically. And honestly, part of me did, which is terrifying. Because I barely even know this girl. But somehow everybody acts like she controls the social atmosphere of the entire school. And the creepiest part? I don't even think she means to. I think people naturally orbit around her, like she's gravity. Lunch was where everything really started feeling insane. The second I walked into the cafeteria, I could feel people noticing me, not staring. Westbridge people don't stare, they observe. There's a difference. You can literally feel it there. Tiny glances, people checking reactions, conversations slightly pausing. And I know this sounds self centered. I know. But it genuinely felt like people were waiting to see where I sat, which is apparently one of the most important political decisions at that school. Claire waved me over again. So obviously I sat with them because at this point they're the only people I know. Huge mistake. The energy at the table already felt weird before I even sat down. Madison was quieter than usual. Ethan kept trying to joke around with me, and everybody else seemed hyper aware of both of those things simultaneously. At one point, Ethan asked if I'd ever gone skiing before. I said no because, obviously, I'm from Atlanta. And immediately, this girl named Sophie goes, "Oh my God, wait until you hear about Aspen." The way she said Aspen sounded religious somehow. Then Madison laughed softly and goes, "She's gonna think we're all insane." We? Something about that word bothered me instantly. We. Like there's a clear separation already. Them and me. The outsider being slowly examined. And the crazy part is, she smiled while saying it. Madison always smiles. That girl could probably destroy someone emotionally while sounding like a Disney princess. Then something happened that completely changed the mood at the table. One of the football guys sat down and casually asked Ethan if he was still going Friday. And I swear the second he said that, everybody got weird. Like really weird. Ethan immediately looked at Madison. Madison kept eating like nothing happened. Claire suddenly became deeply interested in her phone, and nobody answered for like 3 full seconds. 3 seconds sounds short until you're sitting inside them. Then Ethan finally goes, "Probably." That's it. Just probably. But the vibe afterward felt so uncomfortable. And because my brain apparently hates me, I immediately started wondering if Friday was some party. And if Madison was waiting to see whether Ethan would bring me. Which sounds insane. Except I genuinely think that might have been exactly what was happening. The school has made me mentally ill. By fourth period, I couldn't focus on anything. I kept replaying every interaction from lunch, trying to figure out what was actually happening underneath the conversation. Because nobody at Westbridge ever says what they mean directly. Everything's layered. Everything has subtext. Even compliments feel dangerous there. Especially compliments. Then gym happened. Again. And I genuinely think gym class at this school is some kind of psychological warfare experiment. Because today, the volleyball coach decided teams would be captains picking people publicly. Publicly. Like we're in a teen movie from 2004. And guess who got picked last? Me. Obviously. Which objectively shouldn't matter because I know I'm bad at volleyball. But when you're already feeling out of place, oh my God, it feels horrible. Especially because I could literally feel people pretending not to notice. That pity energy? I hate pity energy. And somehow that was worse than people laughing. At one point, I looked over and saw Madison watching me from across the gym. Not laughing. Not smirking. Just watching. Expression completely unreadable. And for some reason, that made me even more nervous. Because I genuinely cannot tell what that girl thinks about me. Sometimes she acts completely nice. Sometimes she feels weirdly territorial. Sometimes it feels like she's studying me. And honestly, I'm starting to think she's trying to figure me out the same way I'm trying to figure her out. After class, Ethan walked with me toward the parking lot. Again. Which apparently is now a major social event according to the entire school population. Because while we were talking, I noticed at least 4 different people glance at us. One girl literally slowed down while walking past. Slowed down. Westbridge students monitor social interactions like wildlife photographers. And this is where things finally crossed into genuinely creepy territory. Because while Ethan was talking to me, his phone buzzed. He looked down at it, and I watched his entire expression change for half a second, just briefly. Then he locked the screen immediately, but not before I saw the name Madison. And I know I shouldn't care because they're obviously friends or whatever. But something about the timing felt intentional, like she knew he was with me somehow, which is impossible. Right? Right? Anyway, when I got home tonight, I tried convincing myself I was imagining everything. I literally told myself, Amara, you are becoming one of those paranoid girls from TikTok. And honestly, I almost believed it. Until about an hour ago, because Claire posted a photo dump from school today. Normal stuff. Mirror selfies, cafeteria pictures, random blurry photos. But one picture was from lunch, and in the background, you can see me talking to Ethan. Barely. Like I'm not even the focus of the picture. And yet somehow the comments are making me feel insane. One girl commented, "This week is already getting interesting." Another one said, "Oh, she works fast." Fast? Fast at what? I have been here for 3 days. Then somebody replied, Madison's stronger than me because I would have crashed out already. Bro, what does that mean? And the weirdest part? The comments disappeared like 10 minutes later. Deleted. All of them. Like somebody cleaned them up. So now I'm sitting in my room staring at my ceiling, trying to understand what the hell I accidentally walked into. Because I don't think this is just normal high school drama anymore. I genuinely think there are social rules at this school nobody tells you until you break them. And I have a horrible feeling. I already did.